really like the sound. To be honest, I think we need a new muffler.
I kind of think the same thing. Either a new muffler or chop this one off and, you know, see if a straight pipe's better or not. But we have this muffler here. I actually bought it for a Chevrolet pickup whenever I was going with duals, and I was going to run two of them side by side, but I decided instead of going with the SuperTurbo like this one is, and I went with Ultra Flow instead. So I think this one might fit. You know, might have a little bit of a angling that we have to do with it, but we'll try this. Of course, we're going to try the straight pipe first and see how it sounds with straight pipe. It might sound pretty good, and if it does, then we'll just go with that. But we got a muffler just in case. We might have to do a little bit of fabrication to get it to fit on there, but let's chop this muffler off and see what it sounds like. Alright, cameraman wants to do a little bit of work. So we have decided the easiest way of doing this would be to take that driver's side wheel off. Then we can get to all the exhaust piping and cut it off from there. Kind of easier access. So Lamber, first thing you got to do is you got to jack the car up. Now, before you jack the car, remember the back tires are going to be coming off the ground, right? The car is on an incline right now. If you lift up the back tires, the car's going to try to roll forward. So you got to chock the wheels. So go up to the front and look, and you got to make sure that we already have some blocks there. And since you're doing the work, you have to make sure yourself. We got a block right there, and you push it up tight up against the tire so that it won't move, okay? And then the other side, we got the same thing. Okay, normally a block of wood does fine. Sometimes I actually use a wheel chock itself, just depending, but you should be fine with a block of wood under both. Alright, then I already positioned the jack for you. We're going to have the jack right underneath the differential of it.
Alright.
Okay, so when you jack it up, it's going to lift both wheels up pretty close at the same time. I think from the way it's centered, the driver's side will go up higher than the passenger. And the idea is just to get the driver's side to where it's maybe an inch off the ground. So go ahead and start jacking up the car. Okay, wheels off the ground, right?
Yeah.
Alright, you're good with that. Now, we're going to take the wheel and tire off. So, you're going to grab the impact that I already have sitting over there by the wheel. And you got to push in the left side of the impact. Yep, make sure it's okay. So now it's on loosen. You know for sure it is. And then you're going to come down here and you want to put that socket all the way onto that lug nut, okay? Not halfway on. You want to have it tight up against it, okay?
Tight.
Alright, squeeze the trigger. Okay, first one's off. And just do that for all four. Okay, when you get all four of them, put them somewhere that you don't lose them. So normally what I'll do is I'll just set them in a spot that I'm not going to be going to. Like that spot's just fine. Okay, now you can pull the wheel and tire off.
Yeah.
Okay, now set the wheel and tire somewhere that it won't roll away. You don't want it rolling down the street or anything.
No.
You can set it over there up against the trash can. Yeah, just lean it just like that. That'll be fine. All right, now we've made a lot more room. There's our muffler, and the idea, hopefully is a big word on this. Hopefully we can cut around right there and cut it off. Because if we can, this is really close to the same size as that muffler inlet is. It's like 2.46,
Pretty much.
and the muffler inlet is 2.5. So that's going to be the idea on what we do. Then after we get that done, we're going to bend this heat shield back the way it's supposed to be. I don't know if during the wreck this happened or whenever I got the muffler replaced before that happened. I don't know. So next thing is we're going to get a Sawzall and we're going to cut that muffler off of there. It's probably got a mount up closer to the, yep, right there. Closer to the tailpipe. They got a mount, but it looks like it's a easy mount to deal with. I got a lot of extra clamps and little straps and stuff that we can try and, you know, figure out something with a mount for that muffler. Hopefully something will work. If not, we're going to go straight pipe until we go to a muffler shop and get them to do it if we don't like the straight pipe. If we like straight pipe, we might just do that. You never know. We're going to see though. So next thing is the Sawzall, and I'll cut it with a Sawzall because it's kind of crazy sometimes, especially for a first time person to do it. So we'll grab the Sawzall and get it all set up. Okay, I'm going to try to cut it about right here. I don't know if it's going to work or not. There's not much room to get this all moved to the right spot and everything. By the way, they did some bad welds that shop I went to 20 years ago. Alright, we're going to just try it. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that's why I was doing it, because it kind of sucks trying to do it. But we got it off now. There's no going back now, okay? Because the way we cut it, no, we ain't putting it back on. So either that straight pipe's going to be what we do, or that muffler's going to be it, because there is no going back. But that's good. I hated this muffler from the day that we got it, because it's small, restrictive, necks down to super small on the inside of it. So get that dumb thing out of there. Turbo motors need, you know, as little back pressure as they can get, because you want that turbo to spool up faster. So this is restrictive and it's gonna be gone.
So we just cut the muffler off, so we got the straight pipe right now so everybody hear it. Sounded way better than with the other muffler on.
Yeah, it might be a little too loud, but it does sound a lot better though. I like the sound of a straight 6. Don't do this to 4-cylinder. You know, V8 or straight 6 is fine, but 4-cylinder and even V6, not so much. But now let's put the muffler on it, see what the sound is. This is going to be a lot quieter. It'll probably be just a little bit louder than the one that we just took off of it. But it's going to flow a lot better, and that's the main thing. Alright, this is what our current setup is. Kind of have it going like that. I'm going to be using a clamp, used another little piece of pipe. Then I got like a little mount that I had for my spare stuff, and I'm going to actually put it in about like that. I'm going to put a clamp over the spot here, clamp over this spot to hold the all the stuff together, and that'll be kind of like my little mounting setup for it. Here you go, Lambert. Let them see kind of the back side of it. So that's about what it's going to look like. We're going to mock it up one more time with the wheel on, and I'll make sure that there's enough clearance, which I think there's going to be plenty of clearance for it. So this is going to be our new setup. Kind of like it. Seems like it seems like it's going to be pretty good. But yeah, we're going to get the clamp put on here. You know, just kind of have a box of random stuff. I always, you know, end up buying more clamps and stuff than I need when I do stuff, and it's always good having adapters and things if you're going to be doing a lot of exhaust stuff. But probably going to use this clamp on that the little mounting strap there. I think that's kind of what it's made for anyway, either weld it or clamp it on. And then once that clamp's on there, yeah, I'm going to have clamps on it. You know, a lot of people don't like looking at clamps, but these clamps tend to do a really good job on sealing because it's an actual band clamp. And I think the only other clamp that'd be better is a V-band, but I'm not going to get into all that. So this will do just fine for us, what we want. And we're going to go ahead and get all this put together and kind of check this out, and then we'll be back after all that's done. Okay, here's the finished product here at Bird's Exhaust Shop. We got our clamps all put on. We got the hanger bolted back into the stock location. Maybe you could see it. Yep. What?
It'd be a bad place to open up Bird's Exhaust Shop.
Well, I don't know how to weld, so that's why we don't do that. Fixed that heat shield, got it back how it's supposed to be. Everything looks pretty nice, I think. We got plenty of room on everything. I can move it, and it's not hitting anything. The entire exhaust is moving whenever I do it, so it's all solid. Of course, we didn't put our tire on to check for this yet. It's always good to go ahead and just do everything all at once and then deal with the consequences later if it doesn't work. But I think it's going to fit just fine. Lambert, go ahead and go get that wheel and tire, and we'll check that out too. Okay, here you go. I'll give you the camera. I'm always really bad about putting wheels on that are forward lug. Okay. And then right in here, you come from the back side over here for the fitment. We don't have a problem with that. That's what, a good 3 or 4 inches worth.
Yeah.
There's no way that it's ever going to contact. Like, if it contacts, there's some bad things that have already happened. So, I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to be happy with the way that looks. Overall, I think this all turned out pretty good. You know, considering we used a bunch of spare parts that we already had. I think it's going to work out pretty well. So, let's get the wheel put on and get the car back down on the ground, and we'll pull it onto some level ground and kind of look and see how it looks. Lambert wanted to know why I wasn't going to record this for him. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. So remember, you got to get that all the way onto the lug nut, push forward, and then you can squeeze the trigger. Okay?
Yeah, I did something dirty.
No, that's fine like that. You don't want to put too much torque on it because these don't actually hold that much. Now, cross pattern, remember?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then the fourth. Okay. And these only do like 65 or 70 foot-pounds. So that was probably already the amount that we need. But we'll go get the torque wrench and we'll torque it down and make sure that it's at that 65 or 70.
Well, let me make this.
No, nope, don't use impact anymore. We do torque wrench now. Because once you get it on, that's all that matters. Like, you got it at least tightened up, and now we can go get that torque wrench. Better than what it was, because the old one, you know, had that dented up tailpipe. It was a tiny tailpipe, and it wasn't really like centered in the little area very well too. Yeah, this was actually centered, which, yeah, it's a little, you know, the body of the muffler is crooked, but I think it looks pretty good like that anyway. Like, that doesn't bother me at all. And man, you can feel the flow of the air from
when you were starting up, we were testing, I could feel.
Yeah, like, so I can tell it's actually flowing a lot better. That exhaust is actually hitting us from here, so that's good too. But over time, this muffler is going to get a little bit louder too. Those SuperTurbo mufflers, they always start off super quiet, and then it's like they got a little break-in period where after 100 miles, 200 miles, whatever, they kind of get a little bit louder. You know, I didn't want something that's just super loud and obnoxious, because highway speeds are like 4,000 RPM in this car. So you don't want to sit there and have it screaming at, you know, at the highway speeds. But a little bit extra sound is good too. And I think that's about perfect. Might have to do something to straighten that little part right there on the tailpipe out a little bit. I see just a little bit of a dent in the curve of it, but oh well. That won't take much to just kind of bend that a little straighter. But not bad for spare parts at the house, right? Alright, we're back from about a 20-mile trip, and it's starting to break in the muffler now. Yeah, go ahead and rip it up. So now it's starting to get a little bit louder, a little bit deeper sounding too. That's about the sound that I want to hear from it. So we're very happy with the way it all turned out.